Greetings, Sir and Threads, and welcome back to Lathsburg, aka Banished. In today's episode, we're going to be continuing where we left off last time, except for quite a bit in the future. There's been a longer gap than you might realise. Indeed, right now, we're back up to 56 people, 12 students, and 13 children. Wait, 56 people? Apparently students aren't people now. Indeed, we have 56 labourers. Let's turn on the animation. There we go, they're running around like little ants. So what do we need to do? Well, our health's gone back up and we've recovered quite surprisingly well from the tornado. Honestly, at a certain point I thought it was the end. So what do we need? What's concerning us now? Food. Drastically food. We've gone down to highs of about 8,000 despite an increased population, and we're going down with those highs every year. Oh, a forester has died of old age along with a farmer straight away. That's a good start. So we need to sort out our food situation. Now I have turned off shadows, which is making the game look a little bit weird, but it's making it a lot easier for me to record. Tell me if it's really a big issue for you. I will honestly just swap back. It's no concern of mine really. It just makes the frame rate a little bit more consistent because Banished is known for an inconsistent frame rate. It goes up and down on even the best systems. I've got probably one of the worst systems, so naturally it's a little bit bouncy. We have this whole area over here regardless, which could be used for fishing and farming. However, I've got another plan. A big plan. If I can find the thing, it'll be an even better plan. Wow. Did you just hear that? Sir and Threads? If so, wow, that was in real life, by the way, not in the game. That was lightning. Very, very frightening me. There is the trading post. I'll keep forgetting. There you go. This is a nice area for it as well. Not too far off the main area anymore, since our main area has moved down so much. Of course, it was originally here. So I'm either going to be focusing on getting the trade post working. I'll just pause it again. Getting the food working, or getting this area back up and running. Because this area right now is pretty dead. Everyone around here has to go a long way for decent food, because otherwise they're just on venison and nothing else. The gatherer's hut is down at the moment as well. So a few more houses here, possibly a herbalist or something here, maybe even a small farm. Actually, that sounds pretty good idea. If I put a small farm there, I can get 15. Oh. Let's see, can we get 15? Yes, we can. We can actually make a full-size crop field. Let's pause that. I don't want it done yet. Which would warrant the use of some people. Also, our cleric has died at some stage. We're still, as I say, in a bit of a... we're back in a growth period again. We had the dying off period now and going back up quite rapidly. So food and stuff like that, big concerns. Really do want this area back up and running. I don't like how it is right now, so dead. A market would do well up here as well. If I get a market, some more people, then I've got food from here. I'll get some more gatherers as population grows. Yeah, that may actually be a good idea. So I think I'm going to do is let this all work by itself. I'll put the market there. Get the market up first. And then have some new stone housing placed around. So just have it anywhere. If we're going to have farmers over here, we may as well sort out the dirt road. It just feels wrong to leave this area, which was our little cradle of life for such a long time, and leave it dead. I want it to have some use, even if it's only minor. It needs to be alive, you know? So, have a stone house over here. Near to the farm as I can. That'll be the farmer's hut. Okay, so unpause that then. We actually have no builders right now, so that's a concern. But right now it is autumn, so all the farmers are in desperate need to be getting that food in. Autumn's the harvest season, if you don't know. A gatherer has died of old age. Thankfully it is all of old age. The disease which happened off camera has stopped. The herbs are pretty high up, so people are living quite long lives, which is nice. We're out of leather. That's one other concern. I'm getting a lot of leather shortages. So possibly thinking about letting this... Oh, I'm letting the hunting cabin carry on. I'll pause that actually. There's a new labourer who will become a builder. For now, this area really needs to be paused. The Forester's Lodge is only up just because of the big issues we had earlier. However, I'm going to take that off work. Take one forester away from there. Make sure he works in the other two areas, which are far more important and far more efficient. Got a lot of logs, let's be fair. A lot of logs, a lot of firewood. We're not going to freeze to death. Our food is getting back to 8,000 almost, but every year it's going down just the tiniest little bit. So builders are needed. Thankfully, once autumn is finally finished, they'll become labourers and they'll sort out this little field over here. Because even that will help out the overall food. It'll help feed the people over here. That's what I mean, 'cause at the moment, there's simply not enough food over here to feed the houses, so these houses are being really inefficient. They have to run all the way down here, past this area, down to here to get food, which makes the workers there pretty much pointless. They cost more food than they actually produce, they cost more resources than they produce, they're an active drain, so I need to get stuff sorted. I need every area to be able to do itself, you know, to sort itself out. So over here would be good for food then. Price large herbalist. Where's the gatherer? So that's what I'm after, particularly over here. Okay, so really I want to start building out of this rim. This rim's kind of like the area I want to stay away from. So let's just make a little dirt road, kind of like mini boundary, just so I know. Do not cross this border. These trees here are being used by the forester, the herbalist, lots. Okay, a new labourer, a new builder. That's brilliant. We have one stone cutter, which is actually doing a good enough job right now. We've got a lot of spare coal. That's because we keep on capping on tools, which is great. We had a big tool scare off camera, and it was abysmal. About 20 people had no tools, and it turns out the whole reason was the blacksmith was not educated, so he was doing half efficiency. So I had one blacksmith doing half, so I had half a blacksmith basically for a bigger population I've ever had. Don't need a new teacher just yet. However, if the teacher does die of old age, it's going to be chaos because all 15 students will become uneducated labourers. Not the best. So, what should we do over here then? Just trying to figure out how we're going to do it best. Again, I want the whole continent, ours, you know, to be populated. So, maxed on firewood, maxed on blacksmith, tools, wonderful. We can actually get rid of a blacksmith right now and leave him as labourer, or we could make him a gatherer, or even a fisherman, or a hunter, or a farmer. A farmer would be the most efficient. Get another farmer in here would be brilliant. Okay, yeah, another farmer. Because the big benefit for farmers is, during the winter, labourers, yay! Eventually, when I'm a bit better off, I can have more stone cutters, so these houses will again be of use. These are all for miners and farmers right now, which is great. No cleric still, which is a bit of a concern, must be said. Well, we're doing quite well with the market over there. I just need to get the iron shipped over, and then start actually producing it. And our path is done as well. So, I'm going to end up with a trading post somewhere here. Most likely trading firewood. So, oh, that was area over here as well, haven't we? I could turn this like a firewood production plant eventually, but for now, again, food. So this side for food, this side for firewood. The trading post can be next to a market. If I get a new market here as well, that would be pretty good actually, since this could be another populated area. Where can I put this? As far up north as possible. I'm looking for. Can I squeeze it like this? Oh no. Okay, so it's going to have to be this way around. I think. There we go, okay. And pause that, we don't let up yet. We will eventually want it, and we're really going to want it, but right now, no, it's okay. We're definitely going to need some more stone cutters. We've got a new couple of labourers, and the second labourer can become another farmer. So we've got 17 out of 23 farmers, so the fields we have now should be quite efficient at what they're doing. Still need more food types, and we have a new field there, which can be wheat. So these houses should become farmers eventually, which would be good. When this house is built, that'll definitely become a farmer. A new labourer, excellent. Builder or farmer, right now, in all honesty, food is definitely the most important. I might actually, yeah, for now, until the houses are built, I'll keep that offline, just to make sure, because we don't have enough farmers to saturate yet, we might as well keep them over here. Okay. So sorting out food, this area will become food. It will actually become food. It won't become a food supply, it will actually turn into food. So we're going to want a market. Now, a market would be good, because the market would be able to take up some of this stuff as well. Which is both good and bad. I do like it being centralised here for the farmers. However, how do I do this then? If we just had storage barns, possibly, and we had them in... So if this goes... there. Could we fit a storage barn over there? Oh, very confusing. It's all about efficiency at this stage. Oh god, our food's going so low during the summer. We do have another farmer though, so this season should be a good season. Should be a lot of crops stored. Hopefully. If worst comes to worst, I can, like I've said before, draw upon the uneducated labourers. I can simply shut down the school and get 15 labourers instantly. Problem with that is they will dilute the workforce. They are much, much worse than the educated ones, so it's not really what I want to do, but sometimes you've got to do horrible things. Sometimes there's only bad choices and you've still got to choose. A quote from the Doctor, as in Doctor Who. Oh dear God, I didn't think I did that then. 16 students. Eventually there's going to be a lot of workers, which is great. We've got the future, it's pretty much sorted. What I could do is start more farms down here. Actually, yeah, that would be great. And there, and then. It's not symmetrical, but you won't be able to tell because it's hidden behind the barn. Oh, look at that one little red dot there. How weird's that? Okay, let's leave it there. Food's coming in quite nice. I've got a lot of harvest. Oh, as horrible it is to say, I might need to remove the orchard. The orchard is not that efficient right now. I really need to replant it, but I don't have the time and resource to replant it right now, which isn't great. Oh, food stuff, man. Food is bad, man. I have way too many miners. I have 11 miners. Why have I got 11? Because of the tool shortage. I thought it was the materials, but it wasn't. Okay, I can actually devolve a lot of those miners and make them gatherers and such. Gatherers, fishermen, all sorts. There you go. 3 new gatherers, 3 new fishermen. That's going to be a big bonus to our food. And our food still is reaching the 7k mark, so it's not going to be too terrible. And I can actually turn this on now for next year. And no, there isn't actually a difference in terms of yield between squash and wheat and everything. They all produce the same amount of food, it's just different kinds of food they actually produce. Oops. I pressed backspace and it minimised the screen. I think Fraps is still okay though. Ooh, I like cutting things in this game, but sometimes it feels like it's too much I'm trying to figure out, and I don't want to explain it later. So I hope you don't mind the minimal editing which goes on in this series. It really is less than any other series other than Plague Inc. Ah, a child named Stuart was born. Screw Stuart. He's going to end up eating food without... Yeah. Oh God, listen to that rain. A tail. Excellent. It's quite a good setting, really. I've got a nice warm light on. I've got crickets cricketing. What do I make? Chirping in the background. And I've got a tarantula digging, making scraping noises, along with hail. Really, really loud hail that I may need to check the volume of in a second. Oh, good, a new labourer. Labourer, you can become a new hunter. There we go. So we've capped out on gatherers, fishermen, and hunters. I think a fisherman somewhere here would be great, but not on this stream. You can actually fish a stream and it'll stop the fish being in there forever. Don't ask me how this works. It just does. And we have a new house. Is it worth being... Yeah, let's then turn it on then, harvest that next season. So we now have space for another 10 farmers. We've got a lot of space for farmers. Our coal's really building up. That's just because we're actually using iron in building. Obviously coal's just being used for tools. What to do next then? Over here, there's a trading post. The trading post will be brilliant when it gets to being a trading post. Oh God, 1 second, I need to check the volume of that. And welcome back. Willimer the fisherman has died of a weak heart. Yes, that actually just happened, and that simply means they died of sadness. I don't know which, well obviously he's dead now so I can't look at him, but he must have lost a spouse or a child or something, and that does cause unhappiness for a very long time, and if they're very old, they can cause that. Yeah, anyway, I think this is going to be the last episode of slowness, the last episode where very little gets done. We now have a booming population of 61 labourers. Yes indeed, 15 students, 15 kids. 18 farmers working around the clock. As you can see, our amount of food and herbs is skyrocketing, as is everything else. We're doing very well, and 4 more labourers just joined the fold. Indeed, we're doing well. And because of this, I've made a new herb list up here. That explains the extremely high herb count. And I'm about to turn this gatherer's hut back on, which means I'm going to need more gatherers. Thankfully, all those came into play. And I'm only going to put 2 in there, though, not as many as the other one, because it's not as important over here just yet. I'm trying to slowly ease this place back into use. It's got firewood, it's got its own production of clothes, and now a good production of food and herbs. The only thing it's lacking is tools, but right now this is the only area really making tools, so any area but this will be toolless, but it's still very important that tools get made here before anywhere else, because A, the mines are here, which are very expensive to remake, and B, there's a lot of workers here. It doesn't look like it, but actually each farm needs 4 people. Each house only ideally has 2 workers, the 2 original adults which made the family. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, about 20 odd, and we need about 30 farmers. As you can see, this area still needs to grow heavily in people, and will produce most of the city's, well, villages' food. So ideally, I don't want a new house there soon enough. However, things have been moving along here, as you can see. I've finally decided what I'm doing. The market will be here along with a new fishing dock and woodcutter. Now the woodcutter will be very important, as firewood is one of the only resources you can trade to any vendor, any trader, and soon the trading post will be built. So over here we have a gatherer's hut, a hunting cabin, a forester's lodge, a herbalist, and 2 new houses, as this area here will remain a forested area permanently. Eventually this area over here will become farmland because of how flat and nice it is. Over here, pretty much the same. Wow, it's actually a lot bigger area than I thought it was. This is the end of the map, I think, yeah, for you, since you can't really build here. So this whole area here will be simply for sustaining a population, which means this will be a good middle point for both of them. So wood will be important. I may turn halfway point here, also into wood, who knows. Some people have been dying, but we have got so many labourers, it's not too much of a concern right now. In fact, we have 7 builders. I went a bit mad with buildings, we can speed up the process of everything. And in fact, we may as well start the production of everything up here. Once all this is done, I will start the trading post finally. The trading post is very expensive, though, as you can see. And after that, an even more expensive project is I want to build where are you? There you are. A town hall. This huge building gives us detailed information on everything. And we'll go here. I think this will be like the capital area. Everywhere else is more of an expansion. Even if we did start all the way over here, which I've decided to call Hearthglen. Hearth meaning home, so yeah. I think it means home. It does actually mean home. Okay, I'll call it something else. I'll think of a better name, actually. I'm trying to think of a nice name, like a separate village. Something very homey. Comments below what on earth should I call this area, and ignore my little outburst of Hearthglen. I think this might even be in a game or something, now I think about it. So yeah, that'll be a nice place. I know what hearth is. A hearth is basically a fireplace, a fire pit. What do I think hearth? I don't know. Maybe I've been playing too much Hearthstone, who knows. Oh look, there's a bit of... Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Is that why I couldn't build a field there? Because that little bit of road. Someone remove it, please. Thank you. That was very fast. Oh my god, it actually was. Okay, there's a new farm coming up here. This actually be quite inefficient because of the 13, but it's in such a good place, it's hard not to. 5 labourers, where am I going to put them? Well, we need more fishermen. There's a lot of spaces for fishermen, so we'll do that straight away. We do need more woodcutters in the future, but not now. We don't really need herbalists. We definitely don't need foresters. We've got so much wood, it's ridiculous. We do need more stone cutters, so possibly a couple of stone cutters. And I'll keep 1 labourer because I've got a big job. Look how much stone is here. The stone will impede our progress of foresting this area. With the forester, as the forester generally plants more trees than uses, so naturally this will get thicker and thicker as time goes on, unless there's a huge demand. So I want that. Let's make sure we get everything. So iron is all collected, so is all stone. Excellent. So that will all be picked up over time by the single labourer. However, during the winter months, of course, the farmers become labourers, so they'll run over here at the speed of light and pick up as much as they can. Sadly, it is winter, so they're not very efficient. And the new hunting cabin is up, so I'm actually going to start removing some fishermen and turn them into hunters. Hunters are much more important than fishermen, sadly. Food and leather. Although they don't produce as much food as the fishermen, because that's purely all they do, it does produce leather, which is so important. That's the one thing we keep struggling on, is clothes. We actually got a new teacher, because there was a huge child population at one point. However, that's going down as the population ages a bit now. It's less of a boon as all the houses have been populated. But there are going to be houses very, very soon. In fact, I want one there to be the woodcutter. And to be the trader as well. So there's going to be several houses there. There's houses coming up over here for the herbalists and gatherers, because right now they've got a long run. A very long run indeed. Might actually consider turning them off, yeah, until the houses are finished. Oh, sorry, yeah, we need to put the hunters back into doing something else then. You can be, just for the time being, just be a labourer. We need labourers. Someone died of old age, which actually took over the labourer position, so... In fact, we don't need as many builders because we're going to run out of stone, and then we instantly got 2 labourers, so there's no point in doing that, so we just put 1 into stone cutting. Okay, so there'll be a new gatherers, new hunting cabin, it'll all be good. We're actually very good for clothes right now. I don't know what's happened, but recently, that's gone way up. It's very possible that maybe the hunters or the tailors were uneducated, now they are educated. The difference can be astonishing. I'm also cutting down all the trees here. This little islandy area here is going to be nothing to do with forestation, so that's going to be removed as soon as we can. Probably going to... It might be fields, very well may be fields, even if there are fields over here. It will most likely be something to do with animals, actually, because as soon as this trading post is up, we're going to go as soon as possible and find some animals. We need cows, and we really, really need sheep. Sheep produce mutton at a very, very slow rate because they have to be killed to actually produce it, and will produce a constant slow supply of wool. The wool can make, let's see if I can find a tailor, can make that there, the warm coats. Warm coats are, I think it was 50% more efficient or double the efficiency of a normal coat, but it takes one wool and one leather. So no more leather jackets for everyone. Something more comfortable. Like a leather jacket, like a fluffy inside. It'd be quite nice. There you go, all the farmer labourers are just rushing around killing all the trees here, which I've ordered them to do first. Then I'll get over here eventually. Builder has died of old age, that's not too drastic. We don't need to get there straight away. And look, 22,000 food, 288 herbs, we're doing very well on the survival. So we might actually not need as many farmers. However, I am planning on a lot of new houses, so there will be kids soon. Ooh, there's a hunter who hasn't got a job. Of course he hasn't. You can just stay as a labourer. We need those right now. So you can be a labourer. Oh, pin that so I can take it off. There we go. Another new student. Houses are coming down quickly. Good, good, good. Really, I was about to say, I wish the houses were coming up first, but right now that house is actually coming up, so that's brilliant. As soon as that house is up, I will turn on one of these two. Most likely the hunting cabin. Actually, most likely the gatherer. We have quite a lot of mutton in most places, but we're struggling for onions and such. Roots, mushrooms, yeah, aren't even going in the hundreds, whereas venison's in the 700 range. So we'd actually need more gatherers. So if I actually upgrade, oh, we have no space for any more gatherers. So as soon as actually what we could do, never mind, is turn it on now just to make sure the gatherers actually get their house first. Because occasionally we have to swap. So, wow, a load of new labourers, which means I've just capped on the gatherers. So there's 4 gatherers there. So 2 of them should rush fairly quickly into the stone house when they can. And there you go, there's my forest labourers, getting stone, putting it in here. So that should really increase the production speed of this. And instantly it gets taken out again. Oh, that's actually a good point. We should have a stockpile here. Really, really do need a stockpile there. Just for any excess, so that if the market ever gets full, we don't end up running all the way over to this stockpile and this market over here. Because that would take a very long time and be really inefficient for the poor bugger. In fact, we could have a new trader, new vendor. There we go. New vendor, which actually is going over there, most likely. Yeah, the vendor's over here. Oh, that's interesting. Why are the vendors not split out well? For some reason, they're both... Oh, did one die? No, we have 2. Oh, I actually put a tailor. Oopsie-daisy. Vendor. There we go. One person's working there. One person's working there. So 1 person should now be working there. Okay, we have one vendor each. That should help out with centralising everything. Also, he'll run around grabbing all this crap and putting it in there, as you can see. That's getting full already. Must have had some spare stuff. The gatherer is probably already working. Can't wait till this house is done, because that'll really, really help. Okay, well, regardless, there's not much else to watch. It's just going to be a lot of building for now, so I'm going to call it here. I hope you've enjoyed the episode and are enjoying the series. A comment and a like really do mean a lot. I will ensure that I carry on this. I know it's a lot of I know it sounds very whorish for me to constantly say that, but right now I am struggling for time like hell, and I love this series so much. I'm really hoping you enjoy it, and the only way I know that is by your input. So tell me if you are, tell me if you're not. Just tell me in general. Thank you for watching Stone Threads, and goodbye. I hope to see you next time. Probably in 2 days' time. I've been doing it on a 2-day schedule at the moment. Been really good with keeping up with uploads at the moment. I'm kind of surprised. We have no labourers, but we have 11 students in training. Oh, look how close the house is to being finished, though. We just need the workers to touch it a few times. Come on, builders. Come on, builders. We must watch this house be produced. No, don't start putting stuff there. Build this one. Look, the herbalist is almost finished. We don't even have one house. Wow, that guy there walked up to it, touched it once, and walked off. I've seen a single builder once complete a church on his own in 1 run. So I don't know what the hell you're doing. It's probably because their houses are so far away, they have to make such a journey, they get cold and have to run back. Or get hungry, rather, most likely, because it is summer, and have to run back. That's most likely the cause. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I want to see the herbalist move in, that'd be awesome. Ding! Ding! Oh, come on! One... Oh... Can someone please put the last brick? Thank you. Fisherman and teacher. They must have been, see, that's what I don't like. Oh, I am quite underhoused at the moment. There are a lot of people living with their parents still, as in labourers living with their, with the original house people. So for now, that's going to happen, but eventually that will change. Oh, there's a good chance that he's actually working there, though. Is that the case? Yes, it is. Okay, so that fisherman's Oh, it's a vendor now. That fisherman, rather, yes, indeed, is the worker for this one. And oh, so now it's changed to fisherman and vendor rather than fisherman and teacher. So the houses are pretty close, and because there's no closer houses, it is kind of like it is a priority system, but it's also a first come first serve system, leaning towards helping that. So hopefully the next houses will be all for this area. I mean, they already have been. This one's already been for the vendor and the fisherman, so they don't have to run back. But the vendor, I don't care so much about efficiency. The gatherer, on the other hand, must be so inefficient because they have to run all the way back there to eat, and then they have to run all the way back again. But by the time they've done that, they're hungry again. Aha! The new field's up, so that can be squash. I don't know why, but I love the. I like the squash fields more. The food looks more appealing, and so do the crops. It looks less bitty. Oh yeah. So also tell me if you don't mind the no shadows. You can see the frame rate is a lot better right now. It's dancing at 30 rather than dancing at 15 to 20. So yeah. Thank you for watching, Sir and Threads. I hope to see you next time. I know it's a bit of a weird, elongated ending, but still, look at that, beautiful. When it's all up and running, I'll be recording again. I'll probably start on the trading post. Actually, now. Yeah, we need more stone, but that doesn't mind too much. I'll get a new stone cutter in right now. And all this stone here is actually up for removal. So every winter the farmers will run over and help out, especially now most of this area has been cleared of the original trees. So thank you for watching, and goodbye. Have a nice day, nice week, nice month, and I hope to see you next time.